Let me ask you something. You are in the middle of a conversation in English. Everything is going great. You are feeling confident. You are feeling smooth. You are feeling like, yes, today is my day. And then suddenly, nothing. The word is gone. You know the thing you want to say. You can see it in your head. You might even be able to draw a picture of it. But the actual English word has packed its bags and left the building. And you are just standing there, mouth open, looking like a very confused goldfish. Welcome back, everyone. I am Kingsley, and today we are talking about something that every single English learner has experienced, forgetting words when you speak. And I want you to hear this clearly. You are not alone, not even a little bit. This happens to beginners, it happens to intermediate learners, and I will let you in on a little secret. It even happens to advanced speakers too. Your brain is not broken. You are not hopeless. You just need the right strategies. And today, I am going to give you 10 of them. 10 easy tips to help you remember words when you speak English. So get comfortable because we are about to fix this problem together. Tip number 1, think in English. Now this one sounds simple and you are probably nodding along going, yes, of course. But let me ask you honestly, when you are trying to say something in English, what does your brain actually do? For most learners, the brain goes, okay, let me think of what I want to say in my own language first. Got it. Now let me translate it into English. Now let me find each word. Now let me put them in order. Now let me... And by this time, the conversation has moved on and you have missed your moment. The person you were talking to has already changed the topic, made a cup of tea, and gone home. When you translate in your head, your brain has to do double the work. But when you think directly in English, you skip that whole translation step, and words come much faster. Start small. You do not have to think in English all day immediately. Just practice with simple things. When you look out the window and you see the sun, say in your mind, the sun is bright. When you sit down to eat, say, this food smells good. When you are tired, say, I need to rest. Small thoughts, every day. Your brain will start to get comfortable thinking in English and the words will come faster than you expect. Tip number 2, use simple words. And this one is my personal favorite because it is so practical and it works immediately. Here's what most people do when they forget a word. They stop. They go quiet. They stare into the distance. They start sweating a little. The whole conversation dies and everyone feels awkward. But here's the truth. You do not need the exact word. You just need to keep communicating. If you forget the word delicious, say very tasty. If you forget the word huge, say very, very big. If you forget the word exhausted, say very tired. Nobody is going to give you a score at the end of the conversation. Nobody is sitting there with a clipboard going, oh, they said very big instead of enormous, minus 10 points. Real communication is about getting your message across, and simple words get the message across just as well as complicated ones. So next time your brain goes blank on a fancy word, just describe it simply and keep going. Confidence over perfection, always. Tip number 3, speak every day. I know, you have heard this one before, but let me explain why it actually matters. Your brain remembers words that you use, words that just sit in your notebook, words that you studied once and never touched again. Those words fade. Your brain looks at them and says, we never use this. It must not be important. I am going to make space for something else. And suddenly the word is gone. But words you use regularly, those words get stronger and stronger in your memory. They become automatic. So talk to a friend in English if you can. If you cannot find a friend, talk to yourself. I am completely serious. Go to your mirror, pick a topic. What did I do today? What is my plan for the weekend? What is my favorite food and why? And just speak for 2 minutes, out loud, slowly and clearly. It feels a little strange at first. You might feel a bit silly standing in front of your mirror having a full conversation with yourself, but it works, and at least your reflection is a very good listener. Tip number 4, learn words and sentences, not alone. This is one of the most important changes you can make to the way you study. Most people learn vocabulary like this. They see a new word, they write it down, they memorize the meaning, done. But then when they try to use the word in conversation, nothing comes out, because the word is just floating in their memory with no home, no context, nothing to hold on to. When you learn a word inside a sentence, your brain has so much more to work with. So do not just learn the word beautiful. Learn, the sky is beautiful today. Do not just learn the word nervous. Learn, I always feel nervous before speaking English. Do not just learn the word improve. Learn, I want to improve my English every day. The sentence gives the word a place to live, and when you need the word in conversation, the whole sentence comes back to you and brings the word with it. That is how memory works. Give your words a home. Tip number 5. Use flashcards. Now, before you say, Kingsley, flashcards are boring, hear me out. Flashcards work. They have worked for decades, for millions of language learners around the world, because they use something called spaced repetition, which basically means your brain sees the word again and again over time, and it gets stronger each time. Write the English word on one side of the card. On the other side, write the meaning or draw a small picture. Go through them for just 5 minutes every day. 5 minutes. That is less time than it takes to scroll through your phone looking at nothing. 5 minutes of flashcards a day will surprise you with how quickly new words stick. Tip number 6. Watch and listen in English. Your brain is an incredibly powerful pattern recognition machine. When you hear a word once, your brain notes it. When you hear it 5 times, your brain starts to recognize it. When you hear it 20 times, your brain owns it. It belongs to you now. So the more English you can pour into your ears every day, the faster your vocabulary grows. Watch English videos with subtitles. Listen to English podcasts like this one. Hint, hint. Listen to English songs. Even if you do not understand everything, your brain is still working. It is still picking up sounds, patterns, rhythms, and words. And one day, you will be watching a video or listening to a song, and a word will pop up that you studied last week, and your brain will go, I know that one. And that feeling is one of the best feelings in language learning. Trust me. Tip number 7. Repeat and use new words. Learning a new word is like meeting a new person. If you meet someone once and never see them again, you forget their name almost immediately. But if you see them again and again, you remember them. Words are the same. When you learn a new word, do not just read it once and move on. Say it out loud 5 times, then use it in 3 different sentences. Let's say you learn the word exciting. Say it. Exciting, 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 exciting. Now use it. This video is exciting. Learning English is exciting. My weekend plans are very exciting. Now that word has a life in your brain. You have used it. You have said it. You have connected it to real things. Your brain will not let it go easily now. This is how you move words from your studying brain into your speaking brain, and that is the transfer that actually matters. Tip number 8, stay calm. And I cannot stress this one enough, because panic is the #1 enemy of speaking fluency. When you forget a word, your brain panics, and when your brain panics, it shuts down even more. You go from forgetting one word to suddenly forgetting everything you have ever known about English. Your own name starts to feel uncertain. So when the word disappears, breathe. Just take one breath and then describe the thing instead. If you forget the word umbrella, say, it is the thing you use when it is raining. You hold it above your head. People will understand you immediately. If you forget the word fridge, say, the cold box in the kitchen where you keep food. Done. Communication achieved. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It is not a test. It is not a competition. It is simply about getting your message from your brain into another person's brain. However you do that, you win. Tip number 9, write more. I know we are talking about speaking, and you are wondering what writing has to do with it. But here's the connection. When you write, you are forced to find the right words. You cannot wave your hands or point at things like you sometimes can in conversation. You have to actually find the word and put it on the paper. And that searching, that reaching for the right word, is exactly what strengthens your vocabulary memory. Keep a small notebook with you. Every day, write just one sentence. One sentence about your day, your feelings, your plans, something funny that happened, something you are looking forward to. Just one sentence. That is your only commitment, and over time, you will notice that when you are speaking and you reach for a word, it comes to you faster because you have been practicing finding it on paper. Writing and speaking are more connected than most people realize. And finally, tip number 10, connect words with images. Your brain is actually much better at remembering pictures than it is at remembering words. This is just how human memory works. So instead of studying a word as just a word, connect it to a visual image in your mind. When you learn the word apple, do not just see the letters A-P-P-L-E. Picture a big red apple, maybe with a bite taken out of it. When you learn the word run, picture someone sprinting. When you learn the word sad, picture a face with tears. The stronger and more vivid the image, the stronger the memory. You can also do this in real life. Look at objects around you and say their names in English. Look at your chair, chair. Look at your window, window. Look at your ceiling, ceiling. Look at your confused face in the mirror. That is a human who is learning English and doing a great job. All right, let's bring it all home. 10 tips. Think in English. Use simple words. Speak every day. Learn words and sentences. Use flashcards. Watch and listen in English. Repeat and use new words. Stay calm. Write more and connect words with images. These are not complicated. You do not need special equipment. You do not need a lot of money or a lot of time. You just need consistency, a little bit every single day. And I promise you, you will get better. Not maybe, not possibly. You will get better. Because everyone who practices consistently gets better. That is not motivation talk. That is just how learning works. Now I have a question for you. Do you forget words when you speak English? Which situation is the hardest for you? Is it when you are nervous? When you are speaking fast? When you are talking about a topic you do not know well? Leave me a comment and tell me. And also tell me which of these 10 tips you are going to try first. I read every single comment, and I genuinely love hearing from you. If this episode helped you today, please share it with one friend who is learning English. Just one friend, because maybe they are standing in front of their mirror right now having a conversation with themselves and feeling a little crazy. And they need to know that it's actually the right thing to do. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I will see you in the next episode. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, every word you forget today is a word your brain is working to remember for tomorrow. You are doing better than you think. Bye for now.